Hello guys, welcome back to another video. It is me, Robozoa, and today we're gonna be playing Geometry Dash. I made my own level. It's called Sparking Zero. So I'll be showing you the steps that I went through to create this level and the process. So for the first obstacle that you're gonna have to go through and complete is this club step type of monster called Pikachu. I called it Pikachu because it looks like a Pikachu. And you know how in club step, when you try to jump over like the monster's teeth, it like moves, it goes up when you like when you're 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 like it moves up when you're in it, but when you get out, it closes. So I'll show you how I did it. So this trigger that I'm on right now is called the move trigger. And basically what this trigger does is like, so say if you want the upper jaw to like look like it's moving, you press the swipe button and make sure you're on edit and you select the whole thing, right? So you assign that to a group. So then you go to the move trigger and press edit object. So I'm gonna show you how I made it. So this is called setup move command. So basically what this thing does, I'm thinking, wait. So this thing helps you move the jaw of the club step type of monster you're making. So the move time is the amount of time you want the upper jaw to move up. And the easing, I chose elastic in out. And this is the easing rate, which is 2.00 seconds, I believe. So we have elastic in out, elastic in, elastic out, bounce in out, bounce in, and bounce out. And exponential in out, exponential in, exponential out, seen in out. I don't know how it's pronounced. Seen in, seen out, back in out, back in, back out. So I chose. So the type of easing that I chose was elastic in out. So this little section, which has target group ID over it, this is the group this is the jaw group. Excuse me. This is the group of the jaw that's moving, that you want to move in. So this is group 1, and the whole upper jaw is group 1. So I'm gonna show you a cool little animation real quick. Make sure you don't go. So make sure you don't procrastinate. And like once you're, I'd say like before 2 or 3 seconds, you're about to get close to this spike right here, aka the canine. I would say like once you get to the part that's like 2, between like 1 or 2 cubes away from this spike, I'd say that's when you jump. Wait, I did something. So don't wait too late or too early to do it. So just do it in the middle. So if you go to the settings button, this section here called select song, you can choose a song from the Geometry Dash levels, or you can choose a custom song. So, oh wait, I did something wrong. Hold on. I accidentally deleted it. So what's the ID? I believe it was this. Wait. Sorry. So this song called Electrify the Path Untrodden by Electrify XZ. If you want to use it for geometry dash level, like a fan made level, make sure you use this song ID, which is 1311313. And this section right here called size is just basically how much storage it takes. So the MB stands for megabytes. So if you want to use the song in your level, make sure you press the pink or purple button that says use, and then you can use it. Look. See? Hopefully I don't get a copyright strike. But in this section called the speed section, is basically the speed that you want your level to go through. Instead of doing it manually when you go to the thing with the portals and the jump pads, so you don't have to do it manually. You can just go to the settings. Well, the settings is actually, I don't know which one is manual or not, but if you don't want your level to look, I think it looks better with the speed things like actually visible. But what I did was I just chose speed. And if you're confused on how to change the color of your level, like the background color, go to the trigger section, press this thing that says COL, then you go, make sure you're editing the object. So then you go to edit object, and then so basically you can choose whatever you want. So say if I choose red, right? This little function called the not the function, but this mechanic called the fade time. You can this is the amount of time you want this the transition to fade. So if you're confused on if you're saying, oh, when I press the OK button, it's not changing colors. Well, go back to the edit object, press the little plus next to color ID, and then press background. So now, look at this transition. But if you want it to be even faster, then I recommend you decrease the time. See? Also want to change That's how I just basically made it. So this little section, I just put charging up because, it's like an electrifying base level. So I put this as a warning, and an encouraging thing at this. I don't know about encouraging, but it's like a warning, charging up, stuff is about to get faster or more complex. So if you want to do the same thing that I do, this blue portal is called the wave thing, and you're controlling this little arrow, and you're supposed to dodge these obstacles. So once you get to mid section, these are these spike balls that you're gonna have to overcome. So let me test it and see if it's actually if it's possible to beat. I'm doing putting it on practice mode because I want to. This might take a really long time. What difficulty should this level be? I'm kind of thinking of like not insane, but like this is gonna take longer than so don't blame me because I suck at this. I like to make the levels and like not actually play them. I just want people to enjoy my levels, that's once you get to the section with the spike balls, make sure you like keep it at a medium pace. Don't go too high or too low. If you do, you're gonna hit the spike and die. I was almost close, but I think it's beatable, but I'm just testing it to test it. Why not? It looks like it's actually like you can actually beat it. But keep on crashing. So if you don't know how to do the wave thing, look at the exhaust that is releasing from the arrow. So like depending on how high the obstacle is, and that's how that's how high the arrow goes. If that even makes sense. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. I know I should have said that earlier, but I forgot. You may be asking, oh, how did you forget to say like and subscribe? You're supposed to do that every YouTube video that you make. I just forgot. Sorry. And if you're living under a rock, then my goal is to get to 100 subs. I only need 7 more subscribers left at the time of making this video. So I recommend you hit that like button and then hit that subscribe button so you can help me and the channel out. I want to be a really big YouTuber today. All it takes is 7 more subscribers to reach my goal. It's not that much. I'm gonna take a break from making shorts and like make more long form videos. So I know it's easier to get more views on shorts and long form videos because once you see this video in front of your face on your For You page, then you're gonna be like, oh, I'm not gonna click it. But if I went on CapCut and I were to make this into like a fast type of edit, then it would easily get views because most people have the same For You page. So it's not really that hard to earn views off of this on a short. Because I know many people like the video Geometry Dash. So yeah, you can just stick around and watch me die a numerous amount of times testing this level because I suck. Nice. I'm bad at this. But yes, like and subscribe, or else it's not a threat. You know what? I should edit these. I should make these more shorter but like make the spike balls like come up closer. So if you don't know how to like rotate the spikes, then I'm about to show you. So you choose the size of the spike that you want, or if you're not satisfied with the spike size, then what you can do is you can go to you see these two things that say scale. So this is just basically like the height and like the length and width combined, like the actual mass. But this is an enhanced version of this. So basically, scale Y controls the length or width, I don't know. And scale X, they just basically control the properties of this spike. So, yeah, watch me just move these around, I guess. And for like a faster way to do it, um, or I'm gonna show you a way. I don't even know if this is gonna work, but wait. No, it's not gonna work. It's only gonna work for these two. Wait. No. I have to do everything I have to do one at a time, because if I do that method, it's not gonna work out, sadly. So yeah, I hope this video was really helpful for you. If you want to make your own Geometry Dash level, like me, I recommend you watch this video. Or if you want to watch a YouTuber, or if you want to watch a tutorial that like yaps more, you can just watch that instead of watching me. I don't yap a lot. I don't talk a lot, really. Oh, and if you're confused on what these buttons do, the amount of arrows that the button is pointing at is the amount of blocks that the button moves to. So if you press this button, meaning that it only goes up by a quarter of a block, I think. This goes up by a whole block, and wait, I think that goes up by 4 or 5 blocks. I'm not sure. If that's what those buttons do, basically. I might make a part 2 doing a showcase on my next level. But for this video, I'll just be working on this level.
But like and subscribe.
And I'll be making this new series called One Piece at Better Pace. It's just basically, since this studio that makes Attack on this anime called Attack on Titan, called Wit Studio, it's a remake of One Piece called The One Piece. It's just One Piece, but like the pacing is actually good. Instead of like 1,140 episodes, there's like between 300 and 400 episodes. No new One Piece fan wants to watch 1,140 episodes. Unless you're crazy like me. I started watching One Piece like in November of 2024, but I actually started in November of 2023. But I stopped at Baratie and I watched it a year later. And once I got the Arlong Park, I was like, I'm hooked, bro. And so that's how I finished the whole One Piece anime in under a span of 3 months. That's when I was all caught up. So don't be lazy and watch the whole thing if you're interested in it. Back to Wit Studio. They're making this One Piece remake called The One Piece. And I'm just making my own version of it because I don't feel like waiting. So I'm gonna make a trailer. I'm gonna make a trailer like soon. I don't know. It's probably gonna drop tomorrow or the day after. But I'm definitely making a trailer on it before like I actually publish the first episode. And if you don't know what it is, it's just basically, so I made drawings of One Piece characters like Luffy and Zoro. I just basically color them and then I cut them out and then I just do whatever with them. Not like that. Like some sort of role play. That's just That's just basically what it's all about. So it's just basically like a shorter version of the actual One Piece anime with better pacing. So some of the scenes that you're going to be seeing, well actually not some, but like most of the scenes that you're going to be seeing in this fan project that I hope you watch, it's going to be based off scenes from the actual One Piece anime. But the East Blue arc, it's kind of gonna be like the One Piece live adaptation. So the East Blue arc is gonna be, the whole Romance Dawn arc from the anime, not the manga, which is 4 episodes. I could just format it to one whole episode. But I'll do Luffy versus. So basically, what the whole Romance Dawn arc is gonna be about. So like the first part of it is just basically Luffy, who is a 17-year-old, going out to sea for the first time. Then he goes in a ship, defeats a sea monster, ends up in a barrel because he can't swim due to his devil fruit powers. He lands on the ship of the Alvida pirates. Alvida notices. Actually, I think Kobe notices it before Alvida. If I remember, that's how it goes. And Alvida, Kobe is kind of like a slave to Alvida before he joined the Marines. Luffy punches Alvida in the face. Kobe is terrified of Luffy's powers. And then Luffy and Kobe go wait. Yeah, they go to Shell's Town. They meet Zoro. Wait, no, Helmeppo. There's this girl called Rika. She gives Zoro food, but Helmeppo tries it first. And Luffy defeats Captain Morgan, then recruits Zoro. And a flashback. So for part 3, it's a flashback of Luffy, like Shanks and his crew being a role model of Luffy, but mostly Shanks. It's just like a flashback. And after Shanks loses his arm for a sea monster biting it, he gives Luffy a straw hat. And then the next episode in Orange Town, they meet Puggy. Luffy recruits Nami temporarily due to her affiliation with the Arlong Pirates. Luffy defeats Buggy. The crew goes to Surf Village. They meet Usopp and his not-so-real crew. They find out Kuro. I have an idea. So for the Surf Village arc, I believe what I'm saying is based for the Surf Village arc is based on the live-action adaptation. So basically, when Kaya is not like near Kuro, the Straw Hats are near him. Kuro tells them that he is trying to kill Kaya. So that's what I'm gonna do. And then Luffy defeats Kuro, and then in the Baratier, they meet Sanji and Zeph. Luffy fights Krieg. They recruit Sanji, and then in Arlong Park, Nami steals the Mary to go to Arlong Park because I believe she owes him Mary's. So that's the money she was saving to owe Arlong, I believe. I don't know if it's right or not. I haven't watched it in a while. And then the crew fights their respective, foes. Usopp fights Chu, Sanji fights Kurubi, Zoro fights Hachi, and Luffy fights Arlong. Then they actually recruit Nami. So that's the entire season 1. It's kind of like the live action and the anime combined. So season 2 is Logtown, Reverse Mountain, Whiskey Peak, Little Garden. Notice that I'm not including Warship Island because it's filler. It's not in the manga, only the anime. So Alabasta. No, before that is Drum Island. Yeah. No, wait. Season 2 can just be the 5 arcs that I just stated, excluding Alabasta. But season 3, Alabasta can be like 2 or 3 episodes because it's a pretty long arc. So episode 4 of season 3 can be the Jaya arc, then Skypiea, then Long Rain Long Land, and season 4 is Water 7, which can be 2 or 3 episodes, or 4. No, wait, the Water 7 arc is like, it can be 3 episodes. Enies Lobby can be like 2 episodes, 2 or 3 episodes. Maybe 2. Yeah, most likely 2. Then, post Enies Lobby can be 1 whole episode because the arc is not that long. And then season 5 is Thriller Bark. Then Sabo the Archipelago. Amazon Lily, which is when the crew gets... No, actually, it was in Sabo the Archipelago. Then Impel Down, Marineford. Season 6 can be a time skip. Fishman Island. And in real time, Otis states that the Straw Hats had only spent 2 days at Fishman Island. So that whole arc can be like 1 or 2 episodes. Punk Hazard can be 1 or 2 episodes. But since the Dressrosa arc is 118 episodes, it's gonna have to be like, no, Dressrosa is season 7. So like half of season 7, which is 4 episodes, can be the whole Dressrosa arc. And then for Zoe, it's not really that long. So it can be like 1 or 2 episodes. Whole Cake is a pretty long arc, so it can be like 3 episodes. And Wado, which is the longest arc in One Piece, which is, I believe, like 196 episodes. It can be the entirety of season. What season am I on? Season 8. Season 8, I think. And Egghead, it was going on ever since episode 172. And now, the episode that is currently on is 1140. So that's 68 episodes. So that's like 3 episodes. And the Elbaf anime didn't come yet. So yeah, that's just basically the lineup of One Piece, A Better Piece. So yeah, back to the level. Yeah, that's it. Alright, make sure you like and subscribe. That's it for the video. Like and subscribe. See you in the next video.